What's up? What's up? What's up? Back with another live stream, man. It's been a long time. Not really sure how many people even gonna tune in to this one. So I'll let a few people join in. You know what I'm saying? Before we get started on this topic, y'all can hear me or see me and everything. If everything going smooth, man, just leave it down in the comment section. Let me know how the audio is. All right, I see a few people that showed up, man. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man, in the comments. And I'll get started with the topic at hand and answering any questions that y'all may have in terms of minoxidil or any other topics. All right, I see 3 people, 5 people. All right, I don't see any comments. All right, I see you. All right, I see you, man. Andre Lewis. Fun fact, beard transplants only cost $600 to $2,000 if you go to Turkey. Hey, I was looking at it just before I got on here, man. I think United States, it starts off at like $3,000 and it can go up to like $15,000 depending on how many grafts that you need to fill up your beard. So yeah, it's pretty cheap in Turkey. All right, shout out to Spain. I see you. Can't really pronounce your name. All right, Andre Lewis, you from London. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's not too late for you. You know what I'm saying? Glad you tapping in. Mark Adamson, I think a beard transplant is way too invasive. Minoxidil works way better. Yeah, man. We're going to talk about it today. You know what I'm saying? This video going to be inspired by Floyd Mayweather. All right, Crypto Tony, good vibes. Hopefully that crypto, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you invested in crypto. I heard it's going through the moon. I can't mess with that cryptocurrency, man. I don't know enough about it, but I appreciate you for tapping into this live stream. So yeah, man, we're going to talk about this transplant, man. Cause I didn't really know too much about beard transplants and hair transplants and stuff like that. Never really did any research on it. Never was interested in it. So I didn't know the process of it. And when I seen Floyd Mayweather, it looked like he got his beard done and his hairline. And I was like, man, let me do some research on this because this is definitely a topic we got to hit on in terms of our beard growth to see if it may be a helpful way to grow your beard. Is it better, more effective than minoxidil and stuff like that? M94. 1:30 o'clock at night in Germany. Need to sleep, but appreciate your video. Hey, man, I appreciate it. The video ain't going to be too long. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold y'all too much. Andre Lewis was watching a video of a transgender man, age 22 from Scotland. He went to Turkey for a beard transplant. All right, man. So let's get down into it. So right before I went live, man, I watched a YouTube video actually detailing the process of a beard transplant. And so basically they take hair follicles from usually like your head, like the back of your head, and they draw like an outline, your beard line of where it wants to be. And then they surgically implant those hair follicles on your face. And like I showing the before and after pictures of the guy, man, like they look like they scalped the whole back of his hair. I don't know. My question is, will his hair grow back in the back of his head? But they put the hair follicles on his face and it looked weird at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't look real. Like even Floyd Mayweather's, it doesn't look real. And it took like a long time for him to heal. Like I watched an additional video and it showed like a 5-month progress. And it looked pretty good, but at the same time, it didn't really look natural. if you know what I'm saying. Even though they did a pretty good job. And one thing I did notice is they need to, these surgeons that's doing it, they need to consult a barber, because if they don't line your beard up the right way, I think it screws it up. And I think that's why his beard looked weird, because it didn't look like natural growth. But the guy was saying once his beard starts growing longer, then it's going to look more natural. But I was like, after 5 months and you still look like you have stubble on your face, like that's kind of crazy, man. And then, like I said, man, the price of it is pretty ridiculous, because it's a surgical procedure. So it's going to take time for you to heal from that. And during that process, you're going to be looking crazy. Your beard going to be looking crazy, and your head, back of your head going to be looking crazy, wherever you get those follicles from. And so that kind of got me thinking, like, with Floyd Mayweather, where, if he already bald, maybe he could still grow hair. I was wondering, like, where did he get his hair follicles from his beard, for his beard? Like, was he still able to grow hair on the back of his head, and they kind of transplanted it that way, and he didn't really care because he's bald if he never grew hair back on his head? I don't know. 50 Cent said he got it from said he used pubic hair follicle hairs to grow it. Andre Lewis said you can choose how high you want your beard line. Yeah, hey, that's cool. But I wonder, depending on how high you want your beard line, I guess you're going to have to get more follicles and more grafts. Another thing I didn't really know is how long does the procedure take? You know what I'm saying? And do they sedate you? Do they use like general anesthesia or something like that? Because if they don't put you under, man, that seems like something that would hurt. You know what I'm saying? Mark Anderson. So yeah, you're absolutely right. You would be left with a scar. I went to California to get my hair transplant, and it was extremely invasive. Cost me $6,000 to do the procedure, and it doesn't work very well. Mark Anderson, man, did you get a hair transplant on your head, or was it from the beard? Answer that. Because yeah, man, it seems really invasive. And yeah, you also got to think about the scarring that you're gonna have, and you know what I'm saying, you probably got to wear a hat or something until that heals. Andre Lewis, recovery is 10 days, but they recommend you don't shave for 3 months. After that, you're good. Dang, going 3 months without shaving. I wonder if going those 3 months, do your hair really start growing? You know what I'm saying? But when you kind of compare that to minoxidil, I really don't see why you would go that route compared to minoxidil. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're just impatient, because within that same amount of time, like that guy, and I'm just going off of this YouTube video I watched, he showed his 5-month transformation, and he just looked like he had stubble growth after 5 months. If you're on minoxidil for 5 months, most people will actually have probably the same beard line, because that's more than enough time for you to actually have your new games growing in. And like I said, it won't be invasive. You don't have to go through surgery. It's going to be at a fraction of the cost. And you know what I'm saying? You have options. If you want to shave, you can shave it. If you want to grow it out, you can grow it out. Like, you have more options in terms of minoxidil. So I'm wondering, like, do people that get the beard transplants, do they not know about minoxidil? You know what I'm saying? Or do they know about it, but they're like, you know what? I don't want to spend a year doing this, or I don't think it works, or I want to go the quick way to do it. And I don't know, man. Andre Lewis, local anesthesia, I heard it's a little painful, but not too much. In the video I saw, the results were awesome. Hey, that's good. So I guess local anesthesia, I've never heard of them doing local anesthesia to make your head numb. So that's kind of crazy. I wonder if they give you a shot in the back of your head. That's crazy. So Mark Adamson, yeah, local anesthesia, so you're semi-conscious the whole way through. Okay. So after 10 days, your grafts are permanent and the follicles will grow like beard hair. That's crazy. So after 10 days, will it look normal, or like how long does it take for your beard those follicles to fully heal. You know what I'm saying? That's my question. How long does it take it from you to have nothing and to grow a beard like this? That's my question. And I also wonder if you're gonna have like a different texture of beard hair, because a lot of times, like the texture of the hair that's on your beard is not the same texture as on your head. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, what if it's a different color? Some people, their hair color and their beard color may be different. So I wonder if that makes a difference at all. But yeah, kind of going back to Floyd Mayweather, I feel like he shouldn't have posted that video. I mean, that picture. I feel like it was too soon. And definitely when people first get that surgery, it doesn't look natural. And so I'll be curious. I'm definitely gonna follow him to see how that's gonna be in the future. Will he really have a thick beard at the end? Will those follicles work? Because he has no issues growing a mustache and his goatee. Like, he actually has really thick connectors and a really thick goatee. So I was, you know what I'm saying, when I made that video about him and celebrities that need minoxidil, it's very surprising that he can't grow a beard. He can't grow hair on his cheeks. But I wonder with that transplant, how he's gonna rock his beard. Is he gonna grow it out? Is he gonna continue, you know what I'm saying, rocking the goatee with just a little stubble on the side? Is he gonna fully try to grow his hair out? Because it looked like he got some hair transplants on his hairline as well. Maybe he can rock like a bald fade. So, you know what I'm saying, they can fade it up in the back to make it look natural. He would have probably done better just getting the man weave. All right, Mark Anderson. It was from the beard and it doesn't work at all. What at least it doesn't for me. Well, I said I think minoxidil works extremely well, especially if you have a little bit of beard growth. All right, and you're good after that. Twisted Death Metal. Floyd can do whatever the F he want. Yeah, he really can do whatever he want. But he ain't got money like people think he got money, because he spends so much money. That's why he fighting these YouTubers, man. When that money start going low, he trying to recoup some of that back. But yeah, he really can do what he wants. People be criticizing him that he can't read and stuff. I'm like, Floyd Mayweather don't need to know how to read. He can hire somebody to read. All he got to do is know how to count. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have his money and be illiterate. It don't matter. It didn't stop him from making money. You know what I'm saying? All of us, we can read and we still struggling on our knuckles. We working as wage slaves every day. You know what I'm saying? So I never got that argument. All right, Mark Anderson. I got my beard transplant done over 10 years back, and then I didn't know anything about minoxidil. All right. So let me ask you this, Mark. Did you try minoxidil? And if you did try minoxidil after having that beard transplant, did minoxidil give you better results? That's my question. All right. I would say if you want James Harden sort of coverage, then you go for a beard transplant, if you know what I mean. All right. So it's good like that. I wonder how many other people have beard transplants. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking today, I was like, man, I haven't really heard of any celebrities getting that. But what I was thinking, I did think of somebody. I guess you can call him a celebrity, but he's an NFL player that I can almost for 100% shadow of a doubt, he started using minoxidil when I really got to thinking about it. If you watch the NFL, Jamal Adams, so right now he plays for the Seahawks, the Seattle Seahawks. He used to play for the New York Jets. He went to LSU. That's why I kind of been following him, because I'm a big LSU fan. I went there. But if you look at his pictures when he was in college at LSU, he had no hair on his cheeks. He can grow like a little mustache and a little hair on his chin. And then when he got to the NFL, he used to try to grow his beard out. And it was just, he had like patches. It was looking bad. And then as I follow him on Instagram, eventually I started noticing him, and I went back and looked at this. He actually started getting more coverage on his face. What looked at like vellus and transitional hairs. And once he started getting those new games coming in, because I know what they are. He started posting more pictures of his beard. And that was like a couple years ago. If you look at him now, he has full coverage on his beard. And I can guarantee you, Jamal Adams, safety for the Seattle Seahawks, used minoxidil to grow his beard. I can guarantee you that. All right, Mark Anderson. It really doesn't look normal. It's very patchy. Sometimes they will insert hairs to have split in the middle, which means that there are two hairs that come out of one follicle. So I'm guessing you're talking about after the hair transplant, or maybe you're talking about I guess you're talking about the hair transplant where it looks patchy. I'm not really sure. Your beard looks pretty good in your profile picture, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, in my opinion, knowing what I know now with minoxidil, I definitely think people should try minoxidil. And you know what? The crazy thing about it is, if minoxidil ever becomes a big thing, I wonder if like the medical community and the surgeons that do that, will they push back on the use of minoxidil? Because minoxidil, it hasn't been proven to work. There's no studies showing that it works on your beard and it's not for your beard. Will the medical profession actually push back on the use of minoxidil on your beard because of the risk of the money they can lose from those beard transplants and hair transplants? I think that'll be, you know what I'm saying, something to look for in the future. And I can guarantee you, any of those surgeons that do beard transplants, if you ask them, is minoxidil effective on growing a beard? I guarantee you they'll say no. Guarantee you. All right, Twisted Death. Minoxidil is like building wealth over time. Transplants is like winning a lottery. I guess you can think of it like that. You definitely need patience with minoxidil. It's definitely a long-term commitment. But like you say, you're gonna be, I don't know. I guess that's a good analogy. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, it's another good analogy. Minoxidil is kind of like losing weight by going to the gym, while the transplants is kind of like having weight loss surgery. Because going to the gym, you know what I'm saying, your gym membership is going to be a lot cheaper over the course of like 2 years compared to having a gastric bypass surgery or something like that. They both will, if you stay consistent, will lead to the same results. But like how the surgery, you have more risk with the transplant. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a good analogy. All right. Mark Anderson, it's going to look ridiculous. He'll soon find out, and then he'll probably go to minoxidil after. I'm surprised they didn't encourage him to do minoxidil first. Like I said, man, the thing about surgeons, man, in the medical community, they make so much money off of surgery and cutting people. Encouraging him to do minoxidil is going to be the last thing they do. So I feel like somebody that's close to him or somebody in his team should have definitely, you know what I'm saying, they should have definitely told him about minoxidil. And he could have been using minoxidil while keeping his goatee. And then all of a sudden he could just start growing his hair out, and people would think, growing his beard out, and people would think that it was natural. But like I say, I don't think he knows about it. I don't think Floyd Mayweather knew about it. And I don't think he would even listen to anybody, to be honest with you. Andre Lewis, January 1st, I bought 3 months of Rogaine. But after watching that guy's video, I was considering going for the beard transplant, trying to decide. If you bought minoxidil January 1st this year, like what, 2 weeks ago, man, give it 3 months, bro. You use your 3 month supply and see how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably impatient right now. If you've been using it since the first, you probably haven't seen any gains right now. You're probably frustrated, but give it 3 months, man. Use those 3 bottles before you decide doing that transplant, bro. I'm telling you, because you never know. You could be a hyper responder, and your gains could go through the roof within 3 months, and then you won't even need to get no surgery. You'll save your money. All right, yeah, minoxidil make beard companies go out of business. I'm telling you, they sure would, man. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder, you know what? because I don't know the success rate of minoxidil in terms of growing your hair on top of your head, because it didn't work for me. It didn't work for my hairline. And I rarely see people making videos on that or posting pictures on how minoxidil will help fill up patches and stuff on your head. But minoxidil seems highly effective in terms of your beard. So I think if that really gets out, if they start doing studies on minoxidil in terms of beard growth, yeah, I think that would take them out. It would take them out the game, man. I'm telling you. All right, Mark Anderson, minoxidil definitely gave me better results. So yeah, so Andre Lewis, man, look at it, man. We got a guy on here he did both. He had the transplant and minoxidil, and he said minoxidil gave him the best results. So definitely try minoxidil first, man, because you never know. The thing about minoxidil, you can always stop using it. You know what I'm saying? Even without the results, like let's say, you know what I'm saying, you can always stop using it, and it's just like you might still be able to grow hair. You may have some gains, you know what I'm saying, but it's not going to be any consequences from using it. Once you get that beard transplant, you never know. You may not be able to grow hair where they took those follicles out, or you may have permanent scarring, or they may not do a good enough job lining your beard up, and then now, you know what I'm saying, you permanently screwed up and you're not going to like the results. And then you're going to be out of a lot of money. So yes, definitely stick with the minoxidil. All right. And then he said his profile picture is on minoxidil. So yeah, your beard looks good from your profile picture. All right, Vinny, what do you think about James Harden trade? Man, I don't know, bro. I don't think it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with Kyrie Irving. If I was the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, I would void his contract, because you can't just be missing games and not showing up. What job can you have to where you have like 3 or 4 consecutive no call and don't show up? You don't call, you don't let nobody know, and then everything is good. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna miss games, at least let your teammates and your coach, let them know what's going on. But yeah, James Harden with Kyrie and then Kevin, 3 ball dominant players, man. I think I don't think it's I don't think they should have let him in there, bro. I think Kyrie and Kevin Garnett that's all they needed. You know what I'm saying? Now you got this selfish dude who doesn't come in shape, who don't want to pass the ball and all that stuff. I don't think it's gonna work. All right. I wonder what the success rate for beard growth on minoxidil. Man, I think it's pretty high, man. And if you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people that's made videos on YouTube, but if you really want to see a lot of people's success stories, go join one of those minoxidil groups on Facebook. You will see, man, people posting on a daily basis their before and after pictures. Like the success rate got to be in the 90th percentile, man. It got to be at least 90%. I guarantee it, because even if you don't grow a full beard like you want, I feel like you're going to have some success. You're going to see some improvements in your beard. Definitely. But yeah, man. Also, another guy who I don't think he's on minoxidil, but I realized that, hey, man, he can grow a beard. And it's that boxer, Ryan Garcia, who just had that fight. Who he fought? He just fought Luke Campbell, if y'all watch boxing. And he has a baby face, you know what I'm saying? He's been promoted as a baby face dude, the next Oscar De La Hoya. But leading up to that fight, I was seeing some pictures and videos of him, and he has stubble on his beard. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He letting his nuts drop. You know what I'm saying? He growing up. He ain't got that baby face no more. But I was like, I wonder if he just shaved his face off, or maybe he started using minoxidil. I don't know. But he's young. He's in his early 20s. He probably could already grow a beard. And usually Mexican people don't really have issues with growing facial hair. Yeah, Dewan Marquis. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Reddick does too, man. Have a lot of success stories and, you know what I'm saying, and before and after pictures. But I remember I'm not on a Facebook group anymore, because I'm be real. I just got tired of looking at pictures of dudes. But yeah, I was surprised at how big that community is. Because like I say, it's more than a few people that make videos on YouTube, but YouTube is nothing compared to the amount of people that actually use it and that show off their gains on Facebook. So yeah, but that's interesting, man. So yeah, like I said, I would definitely try minoxidil over the beard transplant. Even if the beard transplant gives you better gains, I just think the price of it and just the risk of it, like what if you get an infection or something like that? You know what I'm saying? And also you got to understand it doesn't look real when you first get it. So you also got to think about how people going to look at you and stuff after you get it. And then it's like, it's kind of looked down upon as well. Like, oh, you kind of, I feel like some people going to think that you cheated. You know what I'm saying? You cheated the system. Oh, you got a beard implant. You might get made fun of. Like I say, the back of your head going to be like, I don't know. I don't know if you have to put a Band-Aid on the back of your head or something like that. Cause it looked like that video I saw, the back of his head was just meat. You know what I'm saying? Looked like somebody scalped him. And so you also got to think about that. Like, how you going to sleep at night? You sure can't sleep on your back with your head touching the pillow because that's going to burn. And then how long is it going to take for you to be able to get a haircut? So I don't know, man. Like I say, with minoxidil, man, I think it's just going to be better. All right, Mark Anderson, you won't see gains from a beard transplant in over a year. With minoxidil, I got gains in 2 months. Hey, I don't know. I guess it's different from everybody. Fabio, man, Negroes to watch daily. I feel you, bro. All right, salams. Might be off topic, but how did you deal with losing your hair? I'm 25 and I'm losing my hair. Man, that's a good question, man. I started losing my hair, like my hairline started receding probably in my early 20s. It might have been earlier than that, but I didn't really notice it. You know what I'm saying? Until I started noticing it in pictures. Cause I'm not the type that take a lot of pictures, selfies and stuff like that. But basically I did the Kobe Bryant route. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have longer hair, don't just go from having longer hair to bald headed. That's if you're trying to go bald. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the best thing to do. I told myself when I was younger, if my hairline ever start receding, I'm going straight bald. But what you want to do is you want to gradually start cutting your hair shorter. Gradually cut it shorter until eventually you cut it bald. And so whenever you start doing that, then it's not that big of a deal. Because think about it, Kobe Bryant, he started out in the NBA with an afro, and then he started rocking a shorter haircut, and then he started rocking a really, really short haircut where he had like hair on the top, and then it was faded, and then he eventually went bald. And so when he went bald, it wasn't even a big deal because his hair was already short. And so that's basically what I did. And you know what I'm saying? People don't even notice it. People don't even care. And I feel like that's the best transition. But definitely, man, don't hang on to you can try using minoxidil and see if that works, but you definitely don't want to hang on to a hairline that's receding. Don't be LeBron James. Don't be trying to fill it in with that spray hair enhancements and stuff like that, because people just gonna give you hell. People gonna notice it. It's not gonna look natural. Just go bald, but just do it over a slow period of time. All right, Salam is lazy. Oh Lord. Okay. All right, shaved head and full beard is undefeated. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Mamin Asir. If I'm mispronouncing your name, man, my bad. You the one that gave me hope to have a beard, and thank you for all the advice, man. Hey, no problem, man. Just trying to help the fellas out. Mark Adamson, no, it doesn't work on your actual head because you no longer have vellus hairs underneath the scalp once you lost your hair. Yeah, that might be the case, man. Because I haven't seen any improvements in my hair. Because when I went on vacation for Christmas back to Louisiana, I didn't cut my hair for like 5 days. And so I really noticed, you know what I'm saying? I really could see my hairline after 4 or 5 days without cutting it. And I didn't see any improvements in my hairline from using Minoxidil. And I use Minoxidil at least once a day, sometimes twice a day for a whole year. The second year I used Minoxidil on my hairline and it didn't work. All right. Next one, for a little while, but after 10 days, your hair start growing back. All right. All right. Andre Lewis, after a couple months, he was all good. Painful procedure, though. Yeah, man. I don't know about that, dog. Mark Adamson, we have lots of baby hairs that can't be seen on our face. Says when you mix Minoxidil, it helps it grow. All right. Reactive gaming. When did you start seeing big results on Minoxidil? I started seeing them like after like 9 weeks of using it. So after about 2 months is when I really started noticing the new gains. All right. All right. If you have a funny shape, if you have a funny head shape, bald look might not be for you. Hey man, I kind of got a funny shaped head, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. People get used to it, man. You know what I'm saying? But the bald look is gonna look better than a receding hairline, bro. Like, nobody can rock a receding hairline where you just trying to hold on to it, man. You just go bald, bro. Channel 7, beard transplants are hella unnecessary. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's your opinion. Some people, hey, I've seen some pictures on there where over time it looks good, but I think I don't know, man. I feel like anytime you have surgery, especially if it's cosmetic, you really, really, really want to do your research on the surgeon and make sure that they're certified in that. Make sure when you go on their website, they have a bunch of before and after pictures. You need to go on different forums to see who in any kind of cosmetic surgery, whether it's a nose job or facelift, breast implants, hair transplants. I feel like it's worth traveling to go get that procedure done, even if you have to travel out of state. You know what I'm saying? I feel like because with cosmetic surgery, once they do something, usually they can't reverse it. And you trying to do it to enhance your look. So you don't want somebody inexperienced doing it. And then you're trying to look better. And then at the end, they screw you up worse than what you already were. Channel 7, I used Minoxidil for 2 years. No progress. It only slowed down the process a bit. Not worth it. I used Minoxidil for 2 years. No progress. Hey, you might be one of the few that it didn't really work. All right. 3X Preem. I started Minoxidil November 2008. I had absolutely no hair on my cheeks. Now I got full beard like yours. Been silent with my journey, low key embarrassed. Man, ain't nothing wrong, man. It ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's when I started, November 2018, or it might have been 2019. But man, it ain't nothing to be embarrassed about, man. Long as you got your beard. All right, John Smith, what up, bro, man? What's up? Reactive gaming, you take biotin when on Minoxidil, and do you think it's effective? Yeah, I didn't take any biotin. I actually did a live stream about the supplements and stuff like that. In terms of biotin, I feel like you can easily get enough of it in your diet, as long as you're not starving to death. So if you want to take it, you can. Usually those supplements, they give you a ton of biotin, like at least 3,000 times the amount that you need. So if you're not deficient in biotin, then taking a biotin supplement really won't help. But because it's a water soluble vitamin, any excess biotin that you take in, your body's just going to excrete it out. So you don't really have to worry about developing toxic levels. But I really feel like you don't need to supplement on it. But if you want to, hey, it is what it is. It's your choice. All right. Channel 7. Oh, I meant that for my head, bro. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I say, it didn't work on my head either, man. Andre Lewis, the clinic was called Hair of Istanbul. They even pick you up from the airport and pay for your hotel and really take good care of you. I hope they take good care of you. I bet it's good and expensive too. Golly, they put you up in a hotel room. That's crazy. They must be professional, man. They must be doing a good job if they pick you up from the airport. And they probably get a lot of people flying from other countries or other states, wherever you're from. They probably get a lot of people that travel over a distance. I've heard that's, that's how I think some people that do like good boob jobs, that are really known, they probably put you up in a hotel too, or they'll probably recommend hotels for you. All right, Mark Adamson, anyone that gets a beard transplant will regret it 100%. Hey man, I can't disagree with you, man. You've already been through it. You know what I'm saying? We can read stories and stuff all we want, but it's best to hear from somebody that actually has real world experience. Nothing beats real world experience. All right. But if there's no convincing people not to do it, then at least don't do a strip version, because it will leave you with a huge scar on the back of your head. Yeah, man. You don't want that, because them scars look worse than razor bumps, man. And if you ever had, this is why I don't shave with no razor, man. For some reason, the back of my head is sensitive. Like if I shave, the top of my head is good. I don't get any bumps or anything. But the back of my head, it looked like a Nestle Crunch bar. And you can't rock like that, man. Channel 7, S&P is the wave. If it's done right, I'm about to get it done soon and start Minoxidil beard journey this month. I'm not sure what S&P stand for. All right, the praise one. Did you notice any pimples while using Minoxidil? You know what? Sometimes I get acne under my beard. I've had some bumps like under my beard, but nobody can notice them. I'm not 100% sure if it's from Minoxidil or not. Or just because having a beard, your face may not be as clean. I don't know, but I didn't notice like any crazy acne just from using Minoxidil. I don't think it was from Minoxidil. I think it's just acne that people just get on occasions. John Smith, General G, how do you go about filling in a gap between a goatee and a beard? I have the same spots to fill in. We might have to go get an implant. Hey man, this right here. Oh, you talking about the goatee and some people can grow it, some people can't, bro. I guess I don't have any follicles. I really wish I could have it all the way covered in, but you know what I'm saying? I think that's all genetics, but I'm cool with it like this, man. I put Minoxidil on this area the whole 2 years and didn't even grow. I don't even have vellus hair, so I have like no hair follicles on this part of my chin. None. I don't have no peach fuzz or anything. It's just not in my genetics, man. I really envy the people that can grow those full beards, man. But I ain't messing with no implants. All right. So Andre Lewis, so he talking about the beard implants is really affordable too, especially compared to the UK and the US. In the US, bro, I don't know how healthcare is in the country you live in, and I think you said Turkey, but they gonna break your pockets in the US. Like if you don't have, especially with this is a cosmetic surgery, so a hair transplant or a beard transplant, I can promise you it's not covered by insurance, so you're gonna have to pay out of pocket for it. But yeah, the medical, man, hospitals charge you so much in the United States. If you don't have health insurance and you was to break your arm or something and you have to go to the emergency room and stay overnight, your medical bill is going to be retarded. Like your medical bills down here without insurance will put you in debt for the rest of your life. All right. Drinking 1 milliliter of castor oil daily along with Minoxidil gave me better results. Hey, if you want to drink that castor oil, you be my guest. But you just can put it on your face. And I don't even think you need 1 milliliter of it, man. I'm pretty sure you joking about it, but don't drink no castor oil. Or if you do drink it, don't say I told you. Don't try to sue me when you end up in a hospital. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. Oh, Andre Lewis, I live in London, but the transplants are in Turkey. So yeah. Now, at the same time, you need to do your research, because just because it's cheap don't mean that it's better. Sometimes it's best to pay a little bit more for quality. Like, for example, here in the United States, you have a lot of people that will go down to Mexico to get surgeries, whether, especially a lot of women, to get boob jobs, to get tummy tucks and all kind of stuff, because it's real cheap in Mexico, but then they come back screwed up. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West, his mom died like that. She had some type of cosmetic surgery, and she did it in another country, which I don't know why. Your son got all this money, but she ended up dying from the complications, you know what I'm saying, from that. So don't just go over to Turkey just because it's affordable and cheap. You need to really do your research on those surgeons and see, you know what I'm saying, how successful they are at those procedures. And I'm be honest with you, I would not choose a surgeon that doesn't have a bunch of before and after pictures on their website, or whenever you do your consultation. That's something you need to ask. Can you show me some pictures of your work? Because if they don't have any pictures of their work, it's a reason. Because if you're having success, you know what I'm saying, then you want to show off your work. So definitely, man, just do your research, man, and don't just do it because it's cheap over there. All right. And over here, we have the National Health Service free healthcare. Hey, the thing about free healthcare, sometimes I think you have long wait periods and stuff like that. So just because it's free don't always mean that it's good. But the U.S. need to have a middle ground, because our healthcare system is too expensive. All right. 3S Supreme. How your family members feel about your minoxidil journey gains? It's not too many people know that I even use minoxidil to grow my beard. Like, my brother knows it. I think I told my mom I used it, but other than that, most people don't even know that I use minoxidil. Like, most people don't watch, like, people that I know, unless they just stumbled upon this channel, people that I know in the real world probably don't even know anything about minoxidil and that I used it. So you don't have to tell your family members or anything like that. Just use it. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, who cares what they think? They're not gonna, people not really gonna care about that. They'll care more if you get a beard transplant than if you use minoxidil. I can promise you that. Channel 7. Do you think minoxidil caused wrinkles to slightly deepen on your face? Because I used it and it did a little, but I think I might have been because I used the oil version. I don't think so. I didn't really see any difference in the wrinkles on my face. Nothing like that. I heard that it can happen because one of the potential side effects of minoxidil is the reduction of collagen, which helps keep your skin looking youthful and stuff like that. But I didn't notice anything like that. A lot of times we notice it because when we know about it, about this potential side effect, we started looking harder at our face and trying to notice different changes. All right, Reds, how long should you wait after applying minoxidil and Jamaican black castor oil to apply the second set? And should you wash it off before applying the second set? Applying minoxidil. Okay, so basically, people say, now most people are going to say that you put minoxidil on for 4 hours and then you wash it off. Me personally, I put it on in the morning when I woke up before I went to work. And then when I got home from work, I would wash my face and stuff before I go to the gym. And then at night, after I shower and stuff like that, then I will put minoxidil on again and just keep it on my face for the rest of the night. So I didn't really care about how many hours and all that stuff. As long as I put it on twice a day, in the morning and at night, it worked for me. John Smith, I know this is off topic, but I know you eat plant-based foods. Have you checked out good food stocks? I'm not sure what you're talking about on that. I don't know. Yeah, ask that question again. I don't know. I know it's off topic, but I know you eat plant-based foods. Have you checked out very good food stock? You might have to ask that question again. I can't really understand that. All right, the praise one. Do you still apply minoxidil when having pimples? Nothing major, but let me know there's a side effects. Like like I said, I didn't really start getting like acne and stuff until like I don't know, man. I would still apply it as long as it's not like bad, as long as you didn't pop the pimples and it's pussing out and bleeding, I would still apply it. That's just me. All right, Derek Thomas, what's up, man? What happens to your beard when you stop using it? So this question, it depends on how long you've been using minoxidil. So once your hairs, like when you first start using minoxidil, you're gonna start seeing your vellus hairs with your peach fuzz, and then you're gonna have your transitional hairs, which are gonna be a little longer than peach fuzz, but they're still gonna be thin. They're not gonna be your permanent hairs. If you're at that stage to where you have just those thin, soft hairs, which are your noob gains, and you stop using minoxidil, theoretically, those are going to fall off and you're going to lose them. But once you've been using minoxidil long enough to where those transitional and vellus hairs get replaced by your terminal hairs, which are your permanent hairs, then those are permanent. Once you get that, it's good. You know what I'm saying? And that usually takes, most people say, a year for most of your terminal hairs to grow in. But you're still going to have hair growth growing in well into 2 years, especially in some of your weaker areas. So like with me right here, all this right here are permanent terminal hairs. So I stopped using minoxidil in November and I haven't noticed any hair loss because they're all permanent. So it just depends on how long you use the minoxidil. Rez, how long should you wait after applying minoxidil and Jamaican black castor oil to apply the second set? Like I said, man, just to do it in the morning and at night. So what, 12 hours or something like that before you apply the second set? Let's just use 12 hours. It don't have to be exact. But you don't want to put minoxidil on and then in 3 hours wash your face and then apply your second dose. You want to split it out throughout the day. Andre Lewis, hair of Astobal is very professional. You get a translator, etc. Hotel and before and after on Instagram are really good and good reviews from the Brits who went over there. All right, yeah. So yeah, if you've done your research on it and that's something you want to try, man, hey, you try and you let us know, you know what I'm saying? On a future live stream after you get it done, let us know your experience. Praise One, what time is it in your region? It's 8:18. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. Reds, so 8:18 p.m. at night. So Reds, I'm a side sleeper, so that will mess up my gains for when I apply it at night. No, it won't, man. I sleep crazy too. I don't sleep on the back of my head. Like as long as you apply it and it dries up, that's why like I'll recommend using a foam. You know what I'm saying? Just put it on your face, let it dry, and then you can go to sleep and you can toss and turn all you want. That's another thing I thought about. I'm glad you mentioned that, sleeping, in terms of getting a hair, the beard transplant, because when you first get it, they're gonna strip the back of your head. So your back of your head gonna be raw meat. And then your face gonna be screwed up too. So how do you go to sleep? You know what I'm saying? You can't sleep on your back because it's gonna hurt your head, and then you can't sleep on your sides because your face gonna be hurting. So after a hair transplant, do you have to like sleep in a chair? You know what I'm saying, until it heals? I don't know, man. SMP stands for skin micropigmentation. I never heard of that. John Smith, the stock is called Very Good Foods. They make vegan burgers and different plant-based foods. It's something like, I never heard of that, man. I'm still waiting on that them vegan eggs to hit the market, man. You know what I'm saying? The stock market, it's a lot more people investing in the stock market than I've ever seen. Like even younger people, like a lot of people jumping into it, man. It's good to see. I think the stock market is overinflated, man. I think it's going to be a crash sometime soon. I don't know, man. It don't make any sense, especially like cryptocurrency, man. I don't understand why it's going up so high. Yeah, all right. Andre Lewis, thanks. You just gonna finish up your 3 months. Yeah, man. Bro. You ain't gotta rush, man. The hair transplant, man. Just see what you can get on the minoxidil. You already invested in the product. Just give it 3 months. You may have such good gains that you may not even need a transplant. And then you are going to get some gains from minoxidil, which will help if you do later on decide to get, you know what I'm saying, the hair transplant. They won't have to take as many follicles because all you would have to get is just your weak areas filled in. So it may even be, you know what I'm saying, a lot less cheaper. I mean, it may be more cheaper. All right, Kelsey Williams, what's up, bro? I started using minoxidil around you did. Your beard is going crazy, though. Yeah, man. You got to be consistent. Rez, do I need to apply Jamaican black castor oil as well or just minoxidil? Man, you can just do minoxidil. You really, to be honest with you, you really don't need Jamaican black castor oil if it's not drying your skin out. Like I use it every once in a while. I don't think it's it's optional. All right, John Smith. They asked, got to sleep in a ski mask. Yeah, I don't know what they sleeping in. You know what I'm saying? They got to wrap their face up like a mummy and sleep. I couldn't do it. That's just like when like women get butt implants. I'd be like, how do they sit down after they get their surgery? You know what I'm saying? How do they walk? You know what I'm saying? How do they get in a car? How do they drive around after getting a butt implant? I don't get it. I don't understand it. All right, Andre Lewis, I'm still thinking of flying out to Turkey next year, just wondering what my friends would say when I return with a perfect beard like James Harden. Hey, man, they're going to be jealous, man. All right, Salvador, is foam better than liquid? When did you stop using a derma roller? I prefer foam over the liquid. Both of them will give you results. It's just the foam is more convenient. It dries quicker. It tends to have less side effects. It is a little more expensive, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's easier to apply on exactly the areas that you need. So when people ask me foam or liquid, I always say foam. Now I stopped derma rolling like 3 months before I reached my 2-year period. And that's because the derma roller that I was using, the little roller was kind of getting messed up, and I really didn't feel like buying a new one. For some reason, it can kind of get hard to find derma rollers, man. And then they've been jacking the prices up on them. Like back when I first started my journey, I was getting them for like $6 and $7 on Amazon. Now they trying to sell them to you for $20 and stuff like that. That's why I haven't even got another derma roller. I'm not paying $20 for no derma roller. I'm sorry. John Smith, I don't think it's going to crash, but I believe it's going to pull back. Yeah, it's going to correct itself, man, because the stock market is going crazy, man. Kelsey Williams, the oil is a must for me. My face gets super dry. Yeah, if your face gets dry, then use it. But like me, I guess I got used to minoxidil to where it wasn't even drying my face out, especially the foam version. So I didn't even use it, the Jamaican black castor oil, on a consistent basis. All right, so S&P is very similar to semi-permanent makeup. Oh no, I don't get that. Is that the tattoo? If that's that tattoo, like I've seen people get the tattoo hairline. If that's a tattoo beard, dog, you ain't gonna get away with that. No, you ain't gonna trick nobody with that. If that's what I'm thinking that it is, don't do that. No. If you're going to do something like that, you might as well just go to a barber and have them put enhancements and draw you a beard. Or you may even get you a man weave. I'm going to have to do, that may be next week's live stream. Should you get a man weave beard? And I'm going to have some pictures of that, because I seen some videos online where these guys have the man weave hair and the beard, and you can't even tell that is fake. Can't even tell. All right, man, what's up? I tried foam for the first 3 days, and using it gave me the worst headaches ever. I felt dizzy. I wish I had no side effects. Started using vapor rub right after a hot shower for a minute. Baby hairs everywhere. So I guess after hopefully after three days, you weren't feeling the headaches. All right. Andre Lewis, should I start a YouTube channel? Man, you might as well. Man. You never know, man. You can get a following. You can get a following making any kind of videos on YouTube as long as you're consistent. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, man, you know what I'm saying? People like to see this. Like, I was inspired by other people making YouTube videos. And you can get a following. Maybe one day you can get partnered with YouTube and you can make a little money on the side. You know what I'm saying? I get like $200 a month for my YouTube videos. So hey man, you know what I'm saying? If you want to put yourself out there, I think you should. Especially if you're gonna get the transplant as well, man. Let people know how that is. All right. Have you looked into the 12 tribes of Israel? Nah, man. Haven't looked into that. Have you ever been to London? No, I've never been out of the United States. I don't even have a passport, man. And with the stuff going on with this virus, man, I don't know. I'm not trying to travel because I might not be able to get back to the United States. But eventually I will go out. You know what I'm saying? I will go out of the country. All right. When applying minoxidil, do you feel pressure on your eyes? No, man. I don't feel none of that stuff, bro. If you feeling that stuff, man, I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. You might need to cut back on a minoxidil, bro, because you shouldn't be feeling like crazy headaches and pressure on your eyes, man. Maybe you need to check your blood pressure, bro. Like, I don't know. Minoxidil originally is a blood pressure medication. It's supposed to lower. It's actually minoxidil in pill form is the most powerful blood pressure medication. So I don't know. Maybe it's causing your blood pressure to go high. I don't know, man. But I don't know, dog. You might need to slow down on that. Have you looked into the 12 tribes of Israel chart? Nah, man, I've never heard of that. What is that about? Never heard of that, man. But yeah, man, if y'all, I'm gonna answer a few more questions and I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna do my weekly update video tomorrow. Man, been boxing, bro. I love it, man. I wish I would have boxed when I was a kid, bro. If there's one thing I wish I could have done when I was a kid, I wish I would have got into boxing instead of playing baseball. I still playing football and stuff like that, but man, boxing, man, I love it, bro. Got me some new gloves, some new shoes. All right, man. What's up? I definitely can't pronounce your name. But yeah, you from Russia. I was looking for information about minoxidil and came across your video. Glad you managed to grow a beard. Sorry for Google Translate. I don't speak English. Hey, whatever you wrote right there was perfect translate. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Russia, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ukraine, Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Usyk. Shout out to old boy in the UFC that beat Conor McGregor that just retired. I feel like he the GOAT over John Jones. You know who I'm talking about. You ever met a black guy from the UK? Nah, man. I haven't met too many people from the UK. I know who Anthony Joshua is, though. You know what I'm saying? I hope he beat I'm a big boxing fan. I hope he beat Tyson Fury to death. All right. Strider. Beard transplant seems expensive. Can people really tell the difference? Yeah, they're expensive, man. They start out at like $3,000 and can go up to $15,000 here in the United States. And I think after a while, once your hair start growing in and everything is healed, I don't think people know the difference. But definitely when you first had a surgery, people know something is funny style going on in your face. All right. I went on minoxidil for 1.5 years, got off it for a year, shaved my face, went back on it, phone. My gains went through the roof. It seems like there's some effect on going off and going back on. I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna jump back on it eventually. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna jump back on it eventually. I'm gonna try that experiment out, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. All right. S&P is a relay stick technique for those who are bald and to give them the illusion that they have hair on their head. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that, man. I might have to do a live stream on that. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it, man. It's hitting an hour. Try to keep these. I don't want these live streams going on too long. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for tapping in once again to the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment, all that, share the videos, man. I appreciate all that, man. And like I said, I got a video coming out tomorrow, just gonna be the regular update. You know what I'm saying? And then next week, I'm gonna try to do another live stream, man. We're going to talk about the man weaves next. You know what I'm saying? Should you get them? You know what I'm saying? I might try to bring up a video, some pictures and all that stuff. All right, let me read a few more. What do you think about people saying you lose some of your gains after stopping? I think it depends on how long you've been on minoxidil, man. Because once your terminal hairs come in, you shouldn't be losing them. All right, Andre Lewis, I might hide out in Turkey for a little bit if I do not, just so people aren't like, what the F happened to me? Yeah, man. I would do the same thing, bro. I would hide out too. If I was to get a beard transplant, I would take like a month off from work. All right, be easy, man. Peace out, John Smith. All right, peace out. See y'all later, man. Like I say, man, next week, the man weave. Peace out.